Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Easy English Learning. In today's English class, we will be doing modals. Let's start the class. First of all, we'll see what are modals. What is the meaning of modals? Modals are basically special auxiliary verbs that are used to indicate modality, that is, likelihood, ability, permission, request, capacity, suggestions, order, obligation, or advice. These are the verbs that indicate the mode or manner of action denoted by the principal verb. Such verbs are called modals. You can see the words will, shall, would, should, can, could, may, might, must. These are called core modals, and words like ought, need, dare, and used to, these are called semi modals. They express such ideas as ability or capacity, probability, that we discussed in the meaning also, possibility, prohibition, permission, command, compulsion, duty, obligation, necessity, ability, etc. You all know about this because we usually use these in the sentences like can, could, must, should, will, shall, shouldn't, must not, used to, ought to. Basically, we used all these modals in a sentence. Now you know what these called. When we use will, shall, should, can, could in a sentence, these all are modals. Now, modals cannot be used alone, but are special verbs because unlike principal verbs, they can form questions like can I help you? Will you help me? They can make question tags also. You shouldn't worry much, should you? He needn't come. Need he? They can combine with nt to form negative. You must not tell lies. He didn't touch these books. That's how we can use modals. Now I'm going to show you a table. It's a kind of a diagram. You can see that how and where we can use these modals in a sentence. Like if you want to use must in a sentence, that what you want to mean it means what is the meaning you want to draw from that particular sentence. Like obligation, duty, then you can use must. If you want to show compulsion or prohibition, then you can use must. If you want to show determination, then again you can use must. If you want to show strong probability or certainty, means something is going to happen, then also you can use must. Then next is could. If you want to talk about past ability or capacity or permission or polite request, suggestion, conditional possibility, means somewhat possibility is there, permission is there. If you're talking about polite request, then you can use could. So here this diagram is telling us that where we can use these different modals. Then need, if we are talking about any absence of necessity, then we can use need. Then may, if we want to talk about future possibility, permission, wish, faith, hope, or purpose, then we can use may. Then if we have to talk about duty, advice, possibility, or probability, then we can use should. Then if we want to talk about any command or any threat, any advice, suggestion, request, offer, simple future for first person subject, then we can use shall. Then dare, if we want to talk about sense of courage, how much courageous a person, or if we want to talk about anyone in the sentence, then we can use dare. You dare not do this thing like this. Then might, again permission, yes, less possibility, then we can use might. Then if you want to talk about used to, any past habit, existence in the past, means that used to happen in the past. There we can use used to. Then can, permission about possibility, permission, possibility, ability, capacity, then we can use can. Then if we want to talk about willingness, intention, promise, habit, request, assumption, or if we are talking about simple future for second or third person in subject, then we can use will. And for past habits, polite request, offer, wish, or preferences, we can use would. And for advice, obligation, or duty, means something you have to do it, then we can use ought or ought to. That's how we can use these modals in a sentence. You can see this table, and you can refer this table whenever you are using modals, and slowly and gradually you will be able to remember that where to use which modals. So you can learn this table, you can note it down, or you can keep seeing it from here. That's your wish, but it is very useful and you can keep it in your mind, this table. It's very helpful. Then there are some special features of modals. They have only one form. There is no S form in the third person singular, and there are no ing or ed forms. This means that these modals, that we will never use S, ing, ed with them. Means we will never use S, ing or ed with will, or shall, or should, or can, or could, or must, like this. Have no two infinitive forms. It doesn't have any two infinitive forms, like will, do, we will not do like that. We don't use it like this, like to, should. Yeah, ought to can be there, but not two infinitive forms. Then it do not change in forms to make tenses like most main verbs do, that we cannot change. Like many other verbs, form of verbs, they are changed, but these are not changed to make tenses. They are used the way they are. They can refer to present and future time. Only some modals can refer to past time. Usually, we use them in present, and for future, only there are few modals that are used in past time, that we will be doing eventually in the upcoming slides. Form questions by occurring in front of the subject. Like, could you please tell me the time? Must you go today itself? That's how we can make questions from it. Are always followed by verbs in their bare infinitive without to form. That's how we use. They're always followed by verbs. Means these modals, they always. After these, we use verbs in their bare infinitive without to. We don't use to with them. Do not take any auxiliary verbs before them. We do not use any kind of auxiliary verbs before these modals. Combine with have plus past participle to convey a range of special meanings. In certain modals, we can use have plus past participle to convey a special kind of meaning, that we can do in the later slides, that how we can use have plus past participle, like have done, should have done, you should have done, like this. That's how we can use in a special meaning, like you should have done this, she must have done this. That's how we can use these modals. Have negative forms that can be contracted, for example, can, cannot, or can't. We can use this in negative forms also, and it can be contracted then. Cannot can be written as can't also. So these are some special features of modals. Now let's do it in detail. The first one is will. Will, it is basically used with first person subjects, that is IV, and it expresses intention, promise, determination, and threat. You will die of hunger. The chief minister will lay the foundation stone tomorrow. The next is will is used with second and third person to express simple future, prediction, capacity, orders, habit, or characteristic. I'm speaking something different. That is also you have to keep in mind. Here it is written that willingness, intention, determination, promise, that we use when the subject is first person IV. That's how we use will. I will write to you again. That is promise. I will help you. That is willingness or intention. He will fight to the finish. That is determination. That's how we can use one single modal will in a different manner in different sentences. Then to express a characteristic, habit, assumption, invitation, or request and insistence. That's how we can use will. A dog will usually obey his master, that is characteristic habit. He will be there by now, that is assumption. That's how we are making assumption. Then will you come with me? That is request. She will not listen to the doctor's advice. That is insistence. One more thing that you have to keep in mind, that will is never used with the first person in the interrogative. With first person, we never use will. First person is what? IV. In interrogative, we don't use will with the first person in interrogative. So this was all about will. That will is used with first person subjects IV that express intention, promise, determination, threat. Then will is used with second and third persons to express simple future, prediction, capacity, orders, habit, or characteristic. Then will with second and third person in interrogative sentence is used to express request, invitation, like this. So this was about will. The next one is shall, or negative is shall not or shan't. It is used to express simple future when the subject is first person, that is IV. I shall be there in the evening. I shall help you. We shall learn this lesson tomorrow. However, with second and third person subjects, shall, what it expressed then, promise, intention, determination, order, command, threat, permission. Like, shall I bring a cup of tea for you? That is request. Shall I open the window? That is advice. Shall we meet tomorrow? That is suggestion. That is used with first person. Advice, suggestion, request when the subject is first person in the interrogative. That's how we have used shall. If we are using with second and third person, then what it will see? You shall do it. That is command. Promise, intention, determination, order, command, threat, warning, like this with second or third person. Then she shall have a reward, that is promise. You shall get a chocolate if you finish your homework fast enough, that is promise. They shall defend their honor, that is determination. One more thing you can keep in mind, whenever you are in a doubt, you can always use will. Will be correct always, but shall may not be correct always. That you can keep in mind. When in doubt, use will. Then next is would. Would is used to express past habits. Like he would rise early in the morning and go for a walk. That is past habit. To express a polite request. If you want to talk about any polite request, like would you open the door please? There also we can use would. Its negative is would not and wouldn't. Then to express a wish or preference. I wish you would come with us. I would rather drink coffee than tea. Then to express an imaginary condition. If we want to talk about something that we are thinking in our imagination, then also we can use would. I would buy a car if I win a lottery. That's how we can use would. The next is should, or its negative would be should not or shouldn't. Then should is used to express duty, obligation, desirability, or advisability. We should obey our parents, that is duty. We should not be late, that is obligation. You should work more often, that is advice. You should take regular exercise, that is advice. Or express a probable condition. Should you miss the train, please call me. That is Then make a recommendation. If you want to recommend something, you should read this book. Then also we can use should. Should usually implies a mild suggestion if we want to give any suggestion or recommendation or advice to someone. It is milder form of must on ought to. Means it is somewhere used in mild, you can say somewhat lower than that in the sentence that of lower weightage, you can say. Then to express logical inference, supposition, assumption, possibility, or probability. Like they should be at home now, that is possibility. If he should see me there, he will be angry. That is probable condition. Means it may be possible or may not be. Then to express purpose after lest in expression of fear. If we want to talk about purpose after lest, that is expression of fear, there also we can use should. Work hard lest you should fail. Lest is basically expression of fear. If we want to create some fear in the sentence, then we have to use lest. Work hard lest you should fail. So that was the use of should. Then should is usually used as a past form of shall when reporting what somebody has said. Like, what time shall I come? He asked me, that is direct speech. He asked what time he should come. That is reported speech. That we have changed into indirect speech. Then next is may and might. May, its negative would be may not or mayn't. May is used to express possibility, like it may rain today. To express permission, may I come in, sir? To express wish, faith, or hope, may God bless you. To express a purpose, like he is working hard so that he may win a scholarship. That's where we use may. Then next is might. Its negative would be might not or might. Okay, so it is used to express less possibility, to express permission, to express guess. Like it might rain tonight, it is less possibility. That's where we have used might. Then to express permission, might I start the discussion? To express guess, that might be the postman. Might is used as the past tense of may in indirect speech. Like you may find the road ahead very rough, said the guide to me. That is indirect speech. The guide warned me that I might find the road ahead very rough. That is changed into indirect speech. For probability, chance, or possibility, purpose, polite suggestion, we can use might. You can keep one thing in mind. Both may and might convey the same meaning in most cases, but might indicates weaker possibility or a more polite or formal suggestion. They usually convey the same meaning, but might indicates weaker possibility or more polite or formal suggestion. That is might. So in today's class, we will do only these. Remaining, those few modals that are left, where that we will continue in the next class. If you have any query, you can ask. And for more videos like this, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.